Hey guys, how's it going? Welcome back to another league of overpowered players. Today we've already done the BPL and today we have got La Liga. You guys really did enjoy these last time, so I've brought back La Liga today, and this is basically just some overpowered players that if you're going to build these squads, and you are following obviously my squad builders that I do, these are some players that I recommend you do use and try out in your teams if you build squads for these leagues. These guys are the best of the best. So if you want to see a Bundesliga one, let's smash 50 likes on this video and we'll get a Bundesliga one out if you guys want to see that. But let's go straight into this team, these overpowered players with the goalkeepers. We've got Ochoa first, at 87 speed. Now I was shocked. My brother pointed out when we were playing the other day. He said 87 speed Ochoa has got. I didn't believe him because I thought like 50 or 60 was the best I've ever seen. But Ochoa has got 87 speed, which is ridiculous. And then 87 physical. The rest of his cards okay, but for an 80 rated goalkeeper that goes for discard value, he is worth a try. Next goalkeeper, we've got Rulli, a guy that I've used in 2 squad builders now, including La Liga squad builders. And Rulli is the goalkeeper I've gone for every time. He's a really reliable, solid goalkeeper. Around the 1,000 coin mark, he's a really good player to have in your team. And then if you upgrade a bit further, we have Diego Alves, who I've got in my main team at the minute, and he's going for about 3,000 coins. He's always overpowered. Last year he was my go-to goalkeeper in squad builders. If you were here last year, you would know that. But Alves is such a good goalkeeper, and he is so good this year. I've already found out how good he is. He is ridiculous. Defenders, we've got the right back, which is Danilo, a really solid, well-rounded card, and you know that I like that with my players. I like them to have, you know, really solid cards, be good at everything. You know, Danilo doesn't have any outstanding stats, but he's a really good, solid card. For pretty cheap money, he's a nice fullback to have. And then Tremolinas, another player that I have in my main team. Played with him yesterday, and he was just ridiculous. Like, he was just on another planet. You know, he's obviously not as good as someone like Jordi Alba or, you know, Marcelo, but for really cheap money, for sort of 1,000-2,000 coins, he's going to be a really good player to use in FUT Champions, as much as DeMarcos is, who was the right back. 88 pace is ridiculous for a right back, and again, for around the 1,000-2,000 coin mark, he's going to be a really good player to use in FUT Champions, because you don't get that sort of pace for cheaps at the minute. And then the 2 centre backs at the end, we've got Raul Jimenez and Laporte. Now Laporte has had a bit of a pace downgrade, but he's got 86 defending, which is ridiculous. 78 physical is okay, but passing and dribbling is outstanding. And Jimenez has got a really good, well-rounded card. 69 pace, 84 dribbling, 83 physical. A really solid, well-rounded card, and a really good player to use again in FUT Champions. A player that's only about 2,000 coins is going to be a really good player to use in FUT Champions. Midfielders, we've got Kevin Prince Boateng, who is, I think, Jerome Boateng's brother, and he can be easily overlooked. Doesn't have the best nationality. His card isn't great because he doesn't have kind of any outstanding stat. Like as a cam, you'd maybe expect his dribbling or his passing to be really good. Doesn't really have any outstanding stats, and his club isn't the best. But he does have 4-star skills and a 4-star weak foot, and he is going for about 750 coins at the minute. And in terms of midfielders, I think only Luka Modric, Toni Kroos, and I think it's Arda Turan have a better total stats in that league in terms of midfielders. So he's a really good midfielder to use. Kovacic again is a really good one. Real Madrid midfielder, you know, could get a good link with Modric if you do have him, but he's got a really solid card again. I think he's got 4-star skills and a 4-star weak foot as well. Does have that 85 dribbling. Defending and physical is a little bit weak, so maybe he would be somebody better at cam. Rafinha is another one that would really be a good cam. 85 dribbling, 72 shot. Again, the physical is a little bit weak, which is why I would recommend playing him at cam. Casemiro is a super good CDM. He's another guy that I've got in my team, as well as Andre Gomez. Those two are players that I've got in my main team at the minute. Casemiro is a super solid CDM this year. And it's really good that he's high rated this year, because he's somebody that is going to get used a lot more, whereas last year he was a 78 rated. Didn't really get used too much, so it's good that he's high rated. And Andre Gomez, much the same. Quite a low rated, I think he was non-rare last year, so it's going to be he's going to be a really good player to use. Moving on to the wingers, we've got Musonda, again a new player. I think he was a silver last year, now obviously a gold, with a 5-star skills and a 5-star weak foot, which can only be equalled by Neymar in the whole game. So this Musonda, I've not actually used him, but he's a player I really do want to use because of that 5-star skills, the 5-star weak foot. Got ridiculously good pace and dribbling. His passing is phenomenal as well. Then we've got Inaki Williams at 92 pace, 79 dribbling, 79 physical. I think he's going for about 8 or 9k at the minute, which is really pricey, but the right wingers in La Liga aren't too great, but Williams is certainly one of the best. Carlos Vela is the next winger, 85 pace, 82 dribbling, always really solid. You know, he's always really cheap as well because his nationality is not the best. So he's a really good player for about 1,300 coins at the minute. There's not really too much better you can get than Carlos Vela. Left wing, Carrasco, my favourite winger in La Liga. Honestly, he is just so good. He is like the reason I built a La Liga squad, because I wanted to use Carrasco. I used him last year and he was outstanding. And this year, he is 10 times better than he was last year. He is ridiculous. If you're going to build La Liga and you do have sort of 20 or 30k, although Carrasco is like 6.5k, you have to buy him. He is insane. And then Nani, again, anybody with 5-star skills is ridiculous. And Nani is going for about 10k at the minute. But Nani is a super good player to use. 5-star skills are ridiculous, and Nani is somebody you should get if you could afford him. And then finishing up, we've got the striker spot, which is a little bit disappointing with La Liga, because obviously last year you had, Griezmann, who was 83 rated, got up to an 84. Jackson Martinez was an 84. This year there kind of aren't really too many strikers at that sort of rating, so we've got Correa, 83 pace, 86 dribbling. Does get overlooked a lot because he's quite small, his pace isn't great, his physical's really weak, but he's a super good player. And for pretty much discard value, he's somebody you really do need to give a try. Wasim Ben Yedder is a really overpowered player. Every year, I think he used to play for Toulouse, he was ridiculous. Like, I came up against Ben Yedder all the time, and I always got hammered because he had that 5-star weak foot that he's got. And then Alex Pato, the striker that I'm using at the minute, has got phenomenal finishing. I know this firsthand. His finishing is phenomenal. He's one of the best strikers in that league for sort of cheap money, for about 2-3k. He's a phenomenal player to have, and the guy that I'm going to be taking into Foot Champions to lead my squad to victory. So there are the cheap overpowered La Liga players. So if you do want to see that cheap overpowered Bundesliga team, let's smash 50 likes on this video. Make sure you do that subscribe button if you are new to the channel. The support is incredible. So I want to thank everybody for that. But that's all for today, guys. Have an awesome day. I'm out.